the spirits that gives us messages. What spirit is talking to you? If you always receive messages, we'll be looking at that spirit that gives you that message. Because for every spiritual message that comes to us, it must be passed through spiritual beings, through spirits. Now, tonight we are going to be looking at those spirits, the spirits that gives us messages. Whenever we talk about receiving spiritual messages, what goes on in the mind of almost everybody is strictly the messages we receive from God. But the messages we receive from God are not the only spiritual messages. We equally get messages from so many other supernatural beings, and that is what we are going to be talking about tonight. It depends on the being that you want to listen to. Tonight we'll be talking about those spirits that visit us, those spirits that gives us messages. Remember, this page is all about spiritual issues. Spirituality, that is what this page is all about. That is what we discuss here. Your spiritual problems and their solutions, and a lot of things happening in the spiritual realm. The spiritual is more than the physical. There is more to see and more to know about the spiritual world than this physical world that we are in. So we'll be looking about the spirits that talks to us. When we talk about spirits, we don't just talk about angels only. No, tonight we are going to be talking about angels. We're going to be talking about demons. We're going to be talking about ghosts. When I mean ghosts, I mean the spirit of dead people. Because these three sets of beings that I just mentioned now, they do pass messages to us. That you're not aware of something doesn't mean that that thing doesn't exist. Because a lot of people will argue that there is nothing like angels, that there is nothing like demons, and that there is nothing like ghosts. That once somebody dies, you are dead and gone. That you are not aware of it, that you have never experienced it, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. No, they do exist. What you do not know is way bigger than you. So tonight we are going to be talking about these three types of beings: the angels, the demons, and the ghosts. We are going to be talking about them. Now let's start with angels. As Christians, we all know that our messages comes from angels. That is, some of us do know about it. Some of us learned it because we are Christians and we are taught about that. Angels pass messages to us from God. A lot of them, from the ones we read in the Bible to this our present generation, so many of us actually get messages from angels. Now, I want to talk about this issue right now, about angels and marine. That's your guardian angel and your marine, because when we talk about the angels that passes messages to us, we are talking about our guardian angels. They are those ones that passes messages to us. Now, I will talk about the marine equally based on a question that somebody sent to me through WhatsApp. The person told me about what he saw in his dream. I was asking me the being that visited him. And from what he told me in the dream, the being that visited him was a marine spirit. That being was a marine spirit. I'm going to tell you how. If an angel comes to give you a message, that is your guardian angel, and your guardian angel comes to give you a message in your dream, your guardian angel has no business to lie down on the bed with you. It has never happened, and it will not happen. They are way too busy. Your guardian angel has no business to lie down on the same bed with you in the name of sending messages to you. No. Once your guardian angel approaches, for those of us who have witnessed this, if you are familiar with your guardian angel, whenever your guardian angel appears before you to give you a message, they go straight to the point. Since you are familiar with them, you already know. They go straight to the point and they give you the messages. But in case you are seeing your guardian angel for the first time and you do not know your guardian angel, the moment they come, they introduce themselves to you. They do not call names. We already know their names from the Bibles. As Christians, we already know their names. So when they come, they do not need to call their names, but they will introduce themselves to you and tell you from which source they are coming. That is how our guardian angels operate whenever they want to give us messages. But when these marine spirits comes, maybe you do not know that you have something to do with the marine, and you are seeing the marine for the first time, and then you see a man or a woman that you have never seen before coming to lie down on the same bed with you, even without touching you. That being doesn't need to touch you, but lying down on the same bed with you. If you see such things, that is the marine spirit. Your guardian angel has no business with your bed, where you lay your head. They have no business with that. But the marine can do that. So for the person that gave me that WhatsApp message, and I replied you and I told you that what you saw in your dream is a marine spirit and not a guardian angel. And the person is asking me how that he's not aware of it. Yes, a lot of people are not aware that they have something to do with the marine kingdom. Nobody is aware until you are told so. Because I know that so many of us as Christians, we do not want to associate ourselves with anything marine. So the only way for them to let you know that you are part of them or that you have something to do with them is to appear in your dream, to notify you. And the person that asked me how is because you have something to do with them and you are not aware. Now, I want you to, another way that you will know if what I am telling you is true is to check your lifestyle. If they have seen you, that you are part of them, you have something to do with them, and you haven't done anything either to remove them from your life or to accept them into your life, you just want to live your life the normal way that you have been living, they are going to attack everything that makes you happy, everything that keeps you comfortable, everything that makes you see this world as a bed of roses. They are going to attack all of them. Your fancies, your love life, everything that makes you happy, they are going to attack it. And when I mean attacking it, they don't give space. They can cripple you, that is financially. They can bring you down so low that you will find it difficult to eat 1 square meal a day. So when you check your lifestyle, you are going to see, for your love life, they are going to crash everything. If you are married, you will be having problems with your spouse. If you are single, you will find it difficult to get a spouse, that is to get a partner who loves you so much. You will only be coming in contact with these people that will keep on breaking your heart every now and then. And people will see it as you do not have luck when it comes to relationship. But this is the work of the marine spirit. And the reason why they are doing this is for you to ask questions, for you to go out and ask questions about yourself, about what is happening to you. And when you ask questions, you will get the answer. Now, it is left for you to know what you want to do. If you really want to remove them from your life, you go ahead and do so. If you want to accept them, because a lot of people do accept them, okay? So the choice is yours. It depends on what you want to do. Now, when you see such spirits in your dream, no matter the messages they give to you, they are from the marine. They are from the marine. Like I said earlier, your guardian angel has nothing to do with lying down on the same bed with you. They are sent to deliver a message to you and to bring your reply back to God. So it is an official relationship. It is not anything intimate. But the marine can go intimate to the extent that a lot of people do see themselves having sexual intercourse with a strange person or even with somebody you know. Even as a married man or as a married woman, there are times when people will dream and you see yourself having sex with your spouse in the dream. It is not your spouse. It is not your spouse. They are actually taking the form of your spouse in order to deceive you. When such things happen in your dream, It is the marine spirit and has nothing to do with your guardian angel. Now, I've told us when your guardian angel wants to give you a message, when they come to you, for those of us who are familiar with them, they will go straight to the point and they will give you the message. For those who are not familiar with them, maybe you are just beginning to realize who you are spiritually, and your guardian angel was sent to you to give you a message. Once your guardian angel comes, your guardian angel must introduce himself to you. I'm sorry, I'm using the word him. They do not have any gender. There is nothing like he or she when it comes to guardian angel, but I must address, I must use either he or she to address them. So I prefer using him. So when your guardian angel visits you, it is his duty to introduce himself to you. They do not need to call their names, so that you don't attach yourself so much forgetting God himself. You don't attach yourself so much to him forgetting God. So once they come, they introduce themselves to you. They will tell you their source, where they are coming from, who sent them, and then they will give you the message. But when the marine spirit comes, sometimes they may not talk to you. They will show themselves to you, and they will keep on repeating their visits. They will keep on coming just to create that awareness that you are part of them. So you can get your messages from your guardian angel. You can equally get your messages from the marine spirits. Now, the messages you get from the marine can never have anything to do with helping a fellow human being. They will not give you any message which your family will benefit from or your friends will benefit from. No. The messages that they normally pass to people are to let you know that you are part of them, to let you know of the things you are supposed to do for them. Yes, their messages is always all about what you have to do for them before they can do anything for you. This is their message. So it depends on how you want it. If you really want to associate yourself with them, you know what to do. If you do not want to associate with them, you equally know what to do. Now, do we have visitors like demons? Yes, 100% correct. We have visitors like demons. Demons do visit people. That you are spiritually powerful doesn't mean that demons cannot visit you. That you are a reverend father, that you are a pastor, that you are a spiritualist, that you are a native doctor doesn't mean that demons cannot visit you. They can. And when demons visit you, there are two things involved in this. It's either they are coming to attack you, or it's either you are actually working for them. They are coming to give you assignments. And so we have visitors in the form of demons every now and then. If you are a child of God who is spiritually awake, you will know that there are times when you will have these strange, these august visitors. Not visitors you see physically, not people who maltreat people and behave badly. No, I am talking about these demons in their spirit form. If you are spiritually awake, if you are spiritually gifted, when these demons comes, you will know. You may see them physically, you may see them in the vision, in the dreams, but whenever they come, you will know. And if you are a child of God, know ye fully well that they are not coming for peace. Whenever they come to you, they are actually coming for war. It's either they are coming to warn you for interfering in their business, or they are coming to fight you. Now, how powerful you are spiritually will determine the next action. So many of us, when we see such things, when we receive such visitors, we get scared. Whenever you get scared, it actually means that you do not trust that power in you. You do not trust that God that you are serving. Yes, I know that demons, whenever demons comes, they come with, they come to scare you first of all. They will make you to be so scared. But if you're spiritually powerful, you will not be afraid. Even when that spirit of fear tries to engulf you, you will rebuke it. Because once you allow yourself to be scared, then there is every chance for them to defeat you. But the moment you show how brave you are, how courageous you are, they will withdraw. So we do have visitors in the form of these demons. In the form of these demons. A lot of people, a lot of mad people we see on the road, we think it is because of drugs. We think it is because of maybe they are drunkards or whatsoever. No. So many people who are mad are actually mad because they are possessed with these demons. These demons have actually possessed them. And these demons cannot just possess somebody without being invoked into that person by a human being. It is actually the work of all these devilish people. When they want to destroy you, to destroy your life, they invoke that demon into you. And once that demon possesses you, that is when you see someone who has been okay, and before you know it, the person is now mad. And people will target that it's either the person is taking hard drugs, or the person is taking a lot of alcohol, or so many other things, but it is something that was invoked into that person, and that demon has possessed that person. So whenever the demons appear, they are always present to fight you. They are always present to make life miserable for you. And so many of us who are spiritually gifted, we get messages from demons. Yes, whenever they come, it's either to throw a challenge. Maybe we have interfered in their business, and interfering in that their business is you trying to save the life of somebody, you trying to save somebody from the hands of these spirits. And the next thing is for them to appear to throw a challenge at you. And once they throw that challenge at you, you don't have to fight that battle as a human being that you are. When they throw that challenge at you, you withdraw and allow God to fight that battle, because that battle is meant for God, not actually for you. If you try to fight that battle because you think you are able, you are spiritually gifted, you will fail. They will defeat you. So all you need to do is to involve God in that battle and step aside. And God will fight the battle. So demons do visit people. Demons do pass messages, but their messages are never the messages to save lives, to save humanity. No, their messages are all about problems, trials, tribulations, so many things that will cause harm to humans. This is what their messages is all about. Now let's talk about ghosts. That is the spirit of dead people. There is something that we Africans, I don't know if I should call it brainwashing. Yes, that's what I will call it, brainwashing. So many of us believe that once you die, you are dead and gone. You cannot come out. Yes, you do. You can't even see the person because you are not gifted spiritually to see the spirits. If you have that gift, if you are spiritually called, you will know the presence of a dead person in the midst of the living. You will feel that presence, or you will see that dead in the midst of the living. And most of the time, these ghosts normally comes for help. That is the message that they always bring. They normally come for help. I know so many of them are demons. Yes, being a demon depends on how you lived your life while you are on earth. If you have been bad all through your life, there is no way you will die and become an angel or become a saint. It's not possible. So for those who are actually coming for help, okay, let me explain this better. For someone who is so young, you are full of energy, full of life, and then all of a sudden, you just left. You left this world, and nobody knows what happened to you. And you know, in such situations, the family will be eager to know what happened to their person. What caused this? Even if the person is sick and has been in the hospital and later left at that young age, the family will still want to know why, what actually happened, what went wrong. And most of the times, when this trauma is so much, that is when those who are spiritually gifted will come in contact with the spirit of the dead. Sometimes the messages they pass to us are to give us the message on what actually happened to them. When people die, Once the hospital proclaims that it is heart attack, we believe it is heart attack. Or once the hospital says that it is cancer, we believe that it is cancer because we saw the physical appearance of the person and then we believe that it is cancer. But it is only that dead, the spirit of the dead, that can actually tell what happened to him or her. So most of the times, when this question starts arising, the dead can now come up to visit someone who is spiritually gifted to tell the person what actually happened, either to them or what actually happened to the family or to the friend. Whenever you see the spirit of the dead most of the times are actually present to help solve a problem that nobody can solve. You know, there are ways that people do delete people these days through charms. When they perform these charms to delete you, after performing the whole thing, they will seal it up. I don't know if you're aware of this charm. They will seal everything up that no matter where you go, no matter how powerful that person is, nobody will be able to see what actually happened. All we'll be seeing is that this person died out of heart attack, this person died out of kidney failure, this person died out of cancer. But nobody will see the actual cause of the person's death. And it is only the dead that can reveal the truth. It is only the... So sometimes when the questions start popping up, if the spirit of that dead person is strong, that spirit will rise to visit someone who is spiritually gifted, someone who is spiritually powerful, to give them that message. So for those who are always arguing that there is nothing like ghosts, if you want, believe whatever you want to believe. But for those of us who always come in contact with ghosts, every now and then, we know that ghosts exist. And we know that sometimes they give us stages. Yes, there are some families that will be passing through hell without knowing what the problem is or knowing the solution, how to start, what to do in order to, save themselves, to free themselves from that problem. When such situation arises, that is when you will see the spirit of the dead from that family, either the father or the mother or the grandparents coming up to give them the cause of that problem. Yes, the spirit comes up to give to tell the problem and the solution, because they are no longer humans. They know better. We humans, we do not know more than the spirits. No, they know more than us because they see the things that we cannot see. They see things that we do not see. And so whenever anybody passes away, the spirit of the person is in a better position to tell us the actual cause of everything. And that is why some of us will go to bed and dream about our late parents, about our late grannies, about our late siblings coming up, tell us something. And before you know it, when you tell another person your dream, the person will tell you to rebuke, cancel, fight, destroy, without you getting that message from that being, without you getting the message from that spirit. If you are spiritually gifted, when the dead visits you in the dream to give you a message, you will know. If they want to fight you, there is no point giving you any message. The moment you see them, they will start attacking you. They will start attacking you. But if there is any problem that is left to solve, which no one is able to solve, and you see them, and they will go straight to the point to give you the message. But most of the times, out of ignorance, we don't get these messages, because whenever we see them, we start casting and binding, destroying and casting every now and then. You cannot calm down to know the reason why the spirit of the dead actually visited you. When you calm down, you will know. If they are coming to fight you, you will know. If they are coming to deliver a message, you will know. The spirit of the dead, most of the time, they rise up to help us solve problems that we do not know how to solve. Our grandparents, our parents, our siblings, of the times we see them in the dream, and then we believe that they are actually coming to fight us, they are actually to take us. That is our belief every now and then, that they are coming to take us. If you can learn how to be brave spiritually, that you are brave physically has nothing to do with being brave spiritually. I've seen a man who is brave physically. He's just like a warrior. He's very brave. But when it comes to seeing spirits, he trembles like a little child. If you can be brave spiritually, these spirits, the ghosts, they know who is brave spiritually and who is not. And they do not go to those who are not brave to deliver messages. That is why they always visit those who are spiritually gifted. That is why they pass through that channel to give their messages to the living on how to solve problems. And then I still want to talk about this because this is part of our problem. We have been, I don't know how to put this, I will still call it brainwashing. We have been brainwashed that when you see your late parents, when you see your late grannies, your late anybody who is related to you, that it signifies evil, doom, death, everything bad. But then, whenever we pray as Christians, we always mention the name of people whom we do not know, but because of our faith and our religion, we believe that they did something good. And we always mention their names whenever we are praying, asking them for help. We believe that they can help us. These are humans like us that once lived here on earth and they served God. These are people like us, but they are no more. But due to our faith and our religion, we believe that whenever we call on them for help, even in the spirit land, that they will come out to help us. But then we are told that when you see your late parents and your late family member, it is evil. And we believe this, and it is actually part of the problem that we are having in our society. It's part of our problem that your parents, whom you love so much, whom you've been staying with for years, your parents gave birth to you, nurtured you, did everything for you to become somebody. And then when it was their time to leave, they left. Now, when you see them in the dream, or you have a vision about them, you tag them evil, and you believe so much on somebody that you do not know somewhere, that history told us that such person existed. Because of our faith and our religion and our belief, we believe that this person is God's chosen one. So is your own parents not God's chosen people? Now, what are we trying to say? That our people belongs to the devil. That is what we are trying to say. If that is what you mean, it equally means that you yourself, you are evil. And when you leave, you will become more evil. That is what it is. How will you feel? How will you feel? Because every now and then we think that everything in life is all about us, the living. No. We are not the only people existing here on earth. We are the human beings are not the only people existing on earth. When God opens your spiritual eyes, you are going to see a lot. And if care is not taken, you may not want to go outside anymore. You prefer to stay inside your house. When God opens your spiritual eyes to see what is actually happening around you. The spirit of your dead loved ones, it will be so difficult for them to harm you. In the spirit, that is in your dream or in your vision. It will be so difficult for somebody somewhere to manipulate the spirit of your dead loved one to use them to harm you. It will be so difficult. That is why a lot of us who are spiritually gifted but who do not know that they are spiritually gifted, they haven't, realized whom they are. Sometimes when God wants to give messages to you through your guardian angel, they will take the form of maybe your mother or your father, that person that you love, that person they know that whenever the person is talking to you, that you will listen. They will take the form of that person to talk to you because they know that you will listen and you will do whatever that person says. It will be so difficult for the demon to take the form of that person you love to deceive you. It will be so difficult, except if you are this cross type, somebody who doesn't believe in anything at all. You are just there. You are just you don't believe in God, you don't believe in the devil, nothing, you are just there. That is when the demons can use you anyhow they like. If you are if you are just realizing who you are, I'm sure a lot of us, if you want to be true to yourself, you will know what I'm telling us about. There are times when you will see your parents in the dream telling you, maybe your dead parents telling you, no, please don't go to this place. You will not get anything there, or this place will be too harmful for you. Please go this way, or do not follow this way. Follow this path. And then when you wake up, all you need to say is that they are demons. Someone who is trying to channel you to the right path. You tag them demons. But when you dream and you see a scent, someone you don't know, you just heard. You don't know this person. You just heard about this person. And because of our religion and our belief, we believe that they actually did something good and they are actually in heaven. That is our belief. And then you dream and you see this person telling you to do this, to do that. When you wake up, you start praising God. How sure are you? How sure are you about that dream? Do you know the person? You don't know the person physically, you don't know anything about the person, but your faith told you that this person is good. And you have someone who has been with you throughout your life. And all of a sudden, the person just left. And then you see the person telling you, follow this path. And when you wake up, you start casting and binding. I'm not saying that all of our dead relatives are good. No, we have the bad ones. And I want to tell us this. I don't know if there are people who are spiritually gifted amongst us here. If you are spiritually gifted, I want you to check on this thing that I'm about to say now. All those our dead relatives who are evil. Yes, there are people who are evil while alive. That's people that can do anything bad and still get away with it without caring, no conscience, nothing. All those our dead relatives who were living like this, the moment they pass, they have no business to come to deliver any message with you. They have, as a matter of time, as a matter of fact, it's even difficult to see them. That is difficult for people to tell us that I saw this person in my dream. I saw this person in my vision. I saw somebody that looks like this person while I pass. No, it will be so difficult. They do not get that second chance. I want you to know this. They had all the time in the world when they were alive. And the moment they pass, there is nothing like that second chance. There is nothing like that, giving them that second chance to come out to tell you something, for you to amend your ways, or for you to solve this problem, or for you to do this, to do that, in order for life to be better for you. They do not have that second chance. If you know of that story in the Bible about the rich man and Lazarus, if you remember that story very well, that rich man, after his passing, begged Abraham to allow him go into the world and talk to his family, to his people, so that they will change. And Abraham told him, there is no chance. There is no second chance for them. For all these evil people, the moment they pass, their time is gone. Their time is gone. So for that your mom, that your late mom, that you have seen, or that you always see, coming to tell you something, why don't you come down to get that message? Why don't, instead of you casting and binding, why don't you come down to get that message? To know what is actually going on. Hear her out. If she's coming to fight you, from her utterances, you will know. If she's coming to help solve a problem, from her utterances, you will know. So do we get messages from ghosts? Yes, we do get messages. There are a lot of people who have passed without us knowing what happened to them, how they passed. Nobody knows, and we are mourning them. These people, if their spirits, because so many of us do not have strong spirits. Even while on earth, when you see someone who doesn't have a strong spirit, you will know the way they live their life, and their life is not commendable at all. You cannot be too soft every now and then, so soft. No, it's not good. When you are that physically, when you leave this world, your spirit will not be strong at all. These are the type of people who will pass, and that's it. And everything about them will be forgotten. It's not good to be too soft at all. Now, when you have people who are spiritually strong while alive, when they pass and they are passing kind of a mystery, nobody knows what happened to them. They can still come out to the living. They can still come out to the living to tell what happened to them. And maybe somebody died out of kidney failure, according to hospital, or died out of cancer, according to hospital. When the person surfaces in your dream or in your vision to tell you what happened to him or her, when you look at the body of that being, you can tell what actually happened to the person. If it's cancer, you will see it on that person. If it's kidney failure, you will see it on that person. But most of the times, people die of cancer, people die of kidney failure, of liver failure, this and that. But when they appear to you, what you will see is a heart that was stabbed, blood gushing out. Or you see the side of their stomach stabbed and blood gushing out. Or you see their head, being divided. When you see such things, that is actually how these people die. Doesn't mean that in reality that somebody stabbed them with knife or stabbed them beside the stomach or cut their head. No. When you see them in your dreams and in your vision in this form, that is how they were deleted spiritually. That is how the evil ones deleted them spiritually. But when the evil ones performs whatever they perform in order to delete people, they will seal it. When you go to hospital, of course, for every death, there is an answer to every death at the hospital. There is an answer to every death. Say that is heart failure, or that the system shut down, or kidney failure, or liver failure, or, so many of them. But spiritually, what actually caused the death of that person? So when that death visits you, they will show you what actually caused their death. It's either they appear to you that way, or they narrate the event to you. They will tell you what actually happened. That is for those who are gifted spiritually, those who can communicate with the dead. They will tell you exactly what happened to them. So we will get messages from angels. We get messages from demons. We get messages from the spirits of the dead. So the choice is yours. It depends on what you will make out of these messages that you receive, or how you receive these messages. So if you have any question to ask me, you can write down your question. And please help me to share live. Double tap your screen to like, and touch your share button to share this live, to reach a wider audience. Just help me out. Thank you. I'm waiting for your questions. If you have any question to ask, you write it down. If you have any question to ask, write down your question. Okay, Friday, Ekakite, you wrote, some people use the face of the dead to torment other people. Is it true? I explained this. It will be difficult for somebody to use the face of your loved one, someone you love so much and the person loves you so much. It will be so difficult for people to use the face of that your loved one to torment you. Using the face of your loved one is spirit. And if they cannot catch the person's spirit, they cannot use that person's face at all. They can't use that person's face. So the bad cannot use the good to torment somebody. No. The bad will always go to the bad. Or maybe all along you think that this person, this your family member, is someone good, but you never can tell what the person can do to you spiritually. And then this person passes. Now, when in such situations, it is possible for the living to use the face of that person to torment you, but not the face of someone you love so much and someone who loves you so much. It's difficult. I've never seen it. So write down your questions. Mahadebe, let the spirit rest. For your dead loved one, let the spirit rest. You don't need to reconnect with your dead loved one. Okay? Allow that person to rest, whether him or her. Let him rest wherever he is. You are not supposed to be the one trying to reconnect with him or her. Okay, your brother. You're not supposed to be the one trying to reconnect with your dead brother. No, don't do that. Allow your dead brother to find his way to get to you. They always have their means to get to us. They have so many channels to get to us. But you trying to reconnect with him, it has a lot. In the process of trying, you might join him, except you actually want to join him. So let the dead rest. Do not disturb them. Okay? But once they feel like coming to you to give you information, they can do that and still go back. They don't try to to bring up your dead loved one. Don't do that. If there is anything going on so bad in your family, if there is anything going on so bad, they see more than us, okay? Before it gets worse, that your dead brother can come to you to reveal whatever you want to know, all right? But do not trouble his spirit. Allow him to rest. So write down your questions if you have any. If you have any question, write it down. Don't forget to share, please. Tap your share button and share this live for me. Tap your share button and share the live. Double tap your screen to like if you actually like this teaching. Double tap your screen to like. It doesn't necessarily mean that your questions will come from this particular topic. If you have any question still based on spiritual issues, write down your questions. Brenda, for someone to go to the graveyard to get death from there, it signifies someone who is evil. Honestly, it signifies someone who is evil. And getting such death from graveyard can never be for good. It is always to deal with the living. It is always to deal with the living. Okay? So I don't advise people to go to such extent. Even if dead is the one responsible for what is happening in people's lives or whatever, but the person is dead. Let God judge. The person is dead. Let God judge. Instead of going to that graveyard to get a death and deal with the living, it's not advisable. In doing such, you have to be spiritually powerful because there is always a result. There is always a result. When you once the person gets to where you ask him or her to go, the person will surely come back to you to give you the reply. And so it is spiritually. When you send spirits on an errand for you, after delivering that message, they will come back to you to give you the reply. So you can imagine when you send them on an errand to harm somebody, and when they get there, they couldn't perform, they are coming back to you. A woman got your aunt's death the day of her service. That is the day of her burial. There are so many ways to fight this battle. There are so many ways to fight this battle, to turn that thing that she has gotten to work against her. There are so many ways to fight this battle. Not you going to the grave again to bring up, a death from there. Evangelist V, is it something you This your question. Did you see it in your dream or did it happen in reality? Getting 7 seeds from just one apple. Because I know in reality, I don't think it's possible. But if it's in your dream, it means, I don't know how to put this, but it's abundance of blessings. Getting 7 seeds in one apple is abundant of blessings. That's what it means. Because I know that in reality, one apple can't have 7 seeds. I haven't seen it before. I haven't seen 7 seeds in one apple before. I haven't seen it. But if it's in your dream, it's an abundance of blessings. So I'm still waiting for your questions. Write down your questions. Write down your questions. If you have any other question to ask, you write it down. I know a lot of questions um, have passed while I was teaching, and I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to go back to see them. Okay, Mahadebe, you wrote, your parents used to come in your dreams, but they are no more appearing. Yes, let me explain this to you. Whenever your late parents, that is your parents, pass, after their burial, after some time, for those who can see them, you will start seeing them in your dreams. At that time, that is, it's just like they are still around us. When people pass after the burial, they still have some time to hover around the surface of the earth. And with that time, they can appear to whoever they want to appear, to arrange the things that they couldn't do when they were alive. And after that time, they will no longer appear. It takes a lot of time. I don't know how to explain this. I need to go deeper. I need to go deeper. Our world is not the same as the spiritual world. If you are spiritually gifted, you know what I mean. It is not the same as the spiritual world. In spiritual world, they have time. There is, just like we always say, there is time for everything. Yes, it is so in the spiritual world. Once your time is up, you can no longer appear. You will have to be, remain there in the spirit world. And it can take like 10 years or 20 years for that spirit to have a second chance again to appear and deliver messages. It takes time. So that you no longer see your parents means they are no longer on the surface of the earth. They are done with whatever they have to do. But they will still come back, but it's going to take a long time. It will take a long time for them to appear again, to give messages. So they work with time more than us, the humans. Okay, I'm still waiting for your questions. Um, okay, Brenda, yes, it's possible. So what you need to do is to send a message to me through my inbox. Send a message to me through my inbox, okay? And then from there, we talk about this. Evangelist, okay, you wrote you were asked to be taking sweet fruits every first day of the month and late apple. Okay, that was how the 7 C's came. Okay, now it depends on the reason why whoever that gave you the message asked you to do this. It depends on what you discuss with the person. So if the person is spiritually powerful, you can take the person's advice and do what the person asks you to do. All right? You continue with the person. It depends on what you discuss with him or her that warrants this. So please write down your questions. Write down your questions. I have a little time left. Write down your questions if you have any. If you have any spiritual issue, something you are not sure of, something you are passing through, write it down. Write it down. Let's talk about it. And do not forget to share this live. A tap on your share button will go a long way for me, please. And double tap your screen to like if you actually like this teaching. Double tap your screen to like. Double tap your screen to like. There is a teaching I have seen before online, and I saw a lot of people jumping up to practice that, and I want to tell us about that, please. I don't know if you have ever come across such teachings on what you can do so that you will see the spirit that is behind you, or the spirit talking to you, or the spirit around you, and this is something you are supposed to do in the night by 12 midnight with your lights off. Never you practice that. Do not wake the sleeping dog. Allow the sleeping dog lie. It is easier to wake up a spirit, but it is so difficult to return them. They only take commands. They only take orders from people who are gifted for them to return back. If you do not have that power to command them to go back, you will have to live with them. And living with them is never a good experience. It is easy to wake up the spirit of the dead, but so difficult to return them. Allow them to visit you on their own. When they visit you after the message or whatever, they are still going back because you did not invite them. But doing something to wake them is possible. Returning them is the problem. Returning them back to the spirit world is the problem. So whenever you come across such spirits, such teachings, please just pass. Don't try to practice it. That is why you see a lot of people running around from one church to another, from one spirituality to another. This spirit is pursuing me. This spirit, what did you do to warrant a spirit to pursue you? What did you do? When you come across such teachings, please never you practice it. Let the sleeping dog lie. Oriwo, the meaning of your late father giving you food in the dream. I have said this before. When it gets to this stage, because taking food from anybody in the dream is not good. And when it's your late father, that is the worst. It is not good. And I can bet you that the spirit of your father has been manipulated. Somebody is actually using his face. Somebody is actually using his face. But I don't want to scare you, okay? What I'm going to tell you now, I don't want to scare you, all right? I want you to be strong, I want you to be brave, and I want you to be very prayerful. To be very prayerful. You have no choice but to be prayerful now. Seeing such things in your dream, your late somebody giving you food in the dream. Now, the first question is, did you eat the food? If you didn't eat the food, thank God for you, but you will still have to pray for your life. But if you actually collected the food and ate it, in reality, it means that your time is up. In reality, I want to be honest with you. It means that your time is up. But in the spiritual realm, somebody must come to call you. Somebody must come to call you, and it has to be somebody who has passed. And one of the ways that they normally call their people, that is someone whose time is up, one of the ways that they normally call them is to give you food in the dream. And it's not good. But now that you are still alive, you can still counter the whole thing. You can still counter it. And you can do it through prayers. You can do it through prayers to fight the spirit of that is spirit of death. Fight the spirit of death. It is not yet your time. It is not yet your time. Fight that spirit of death through prayers with fasting. Prayers and fasting. Except if you have medical issues, please do not fast. But when you don't have medical issues, you can add a little fasting. Okay, but enough prayers, more of midnight prayers. Okay. Gibson, whenever you say anything and it comes the way you say it, it's as simple as ABCD. You are gifted spiritually, but you are yet to realize who you are and what you can do. You are yet to realize the powers in you. And since you have noticed that anything you say comes to pass, you have to watch your tenses. Watch what you say. Do not allow negative words to come out from your mouth, because when the negative words comes out from your mouth, it will take a lot of effort and prayers for you to counter it. You are spiritually gifted, so all you need to do is to become prayerful. That's the only way your gift will manifest. You have to become prayerful, all right? So that you get to know who you are better. Lorna Tracy, I don't understand your write-up. I don't understand your write-up, okay? I'm trying to, figure out what you wrote here, but okay, your neighbor telling you she dreamed to see you in her dream, okay? And what happened in the dream? What else did she tell you? What did she see? What are the exact things she saw about you in her dream? So write down your questions if you have any. Write down your questions. Any question that has to do with spirituality, spiritual issues, write it down. A lot of people are learning, okay, but I know a lot are shy to write down their problems, and but so many people are actually learning. So if you have any problem and you feel like you want to share it with us, write it down, please. Let's discuss this so that those who will benefit from it will benefit. Thank you, Gibson. You're welcome. Do not forget to like, okay? Double tap your screen to like. Double tap your screen to like. Gibson, this your gift can be activated only through prayers. Only through prayers. The moment you become prayerful enough, you are going to see how it will manifest. It will blow to an extent that you can no longer imagine. Okay? Okay, Lady of Substance, you didn't join us early, this was one of the first things that I mentioned. Whenever you have a dream of such, it has to do with the marine kingdom. And whenever you have such dreams, in reality, you are going to notice changes in your lifestyle. You're going to notice changes around you. Everything will turn to be negative. Everything, no matter what you are doing, they will become negative. Such dreams blocks our ways of progress, mainly our ways of progress. Mainly our ways of progress. Whenever you have such dreams, before you know it, you start going down financially. Whatever you do, you will no longer prosper. Okay? So it has to do with the marine kingdom. Amigo, you are welcome. Unique GC, you are welcome, and thank you for joining us. So write down your questions. I have just 3 minutes left. I have 3 minutes left. Write down your questions if you have any. Write down your questions. Lorna Tracy, okay, your neighbor dreamt that you went to a party with her and then you took some food and ate at that party. This is your neighbor's dream. This is not your dream. Okay? If this is your dream, that food you ate is not good for you physically. But this is a dream that your neighbor dreamt about you. Now, what the meaning of your neighbor's dream is a warning, for you to be very careful on how you associate with people. Do not mingle with strangers, with people you do not know. There are times when your friend will want to go out with you in the company of strangers. If your guardian angel is very much alert, your guardian angel will notify you. You start having these weird feelings, these ill feelings about going out. Whenever such feelings comes upon you, do not go out. Be very careful with the way you mingle with people, especially strangers. Watch your steps. Watch what you take from people. Your neighbor's dream is a warning unto you. But if you are the one that dreamt that you ate from your neighbor, then it's actually a problem. So write down your questions if you have any. Write down your questions. 1 minute left. I have just 1 minute. Write down your questions if you have any. TV Kekeli, madman pursuing you in the dream. Even in reality, it's not good, not to talk of dream. In the dream, that's a spiritual attack. You are actually having a spiritual attack. And that attack is not far. That attack is coming from your circle, from people around you. Mad people in the dream pursuing you signifies of someone who knows you too well, who is attacking you spiritually. That's a spiritual attack. Whenever you are praying, you use Psalm 35. That's a spiritual warfare prayer, Psalm 35. Against anybody who is against you. Okay? All right. Okay, Mahadebe, is it in the dream that he told you this or in reality? Is it in the dream? Your brother who went missing for 8 years came to tell you he's going to stay with your uncle. Did he tell you that in reality or did he tell you that in your dreams or your vision? Okay, Brenda, I will look into that. My time is up. My time is up, but I can still take one more question. If the question can come up now, I can take one more question before I go. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much. Okay, in the absence of any question, I want to thank everybody so much. Thank you for joining us. For those who asked questions, who contributed, thank you so much. God bless you. For my gifters, God bless you so much abundantly. And for those who liked this live and for those who shared, thank you so much. God bless you. And we're going to see maybe tomorrow night. If not tomorrow night, it's going to be next tomorrow night. Okay? So good night and God bless you all.